Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about mental health and how you can protect and better your mental health and how having better mental health can ultimately improve all aspects of life. Protecting your mental health as we go older and the college environment changes in how we go about it. There are so many differences from high school to college that should be accounted for when thinking about how to protect your mental health now and what it looks like. College students come across situations now that they can handle differently because of the newfound freedom we finally have reached. School, your friends, and relationships, and drugs and alcohol all can affect mental health in different ways, and it is important to examine exactly how they do and how to protect your mental health in these areas. I personally have delved into philosophy recently, specifically Stoicism. Put simply, Stoicism is not letting the things you cannot change affect you. I think we all know and relate to the fact that school is stressful. It weighs heavy on everyone's shoulders and severely impacts mental health if gone unnoticed. School distracts from the maintenance that mental health requires, resulting in the downturn of it, which in turn can result in the downturn of school performance as well. Groden states from the Mental Health Academic Self-Efficacy and Study Progress among college students, the SHOT study Norway. Students who report symptoms of severe mental health problems have about 4 times the risk of experiencing low academic self-efficacy compared with those who report few and moderate symptoms of mental health problems. Being able to keep up with school work in and of itself is a feat. It almost lends no time to check in with your mental health and reflect on it, but being able to improve your mental health will in turn improve your academic performance as the two go hand in hand. Students tend to become disheartened if they are not performing well in school, and this mood shift will continue to deteriorate their grades if they are not careful. It is important to keep in mind that what has happened, and to push onwards, not being deterred by previous outcomes. One of the biggest factors that influence mental health is friendships and relationships. The most important aspect to a friendship is the happiness it can bring you. A friendship should bring fulfillment and security. It is crucial to evaluate the friendships you have and to keep tabs on how others may be impacting your mental health. Rosario Plaza states from the Toxic Nightlife, Relationships, Substance Abuse, and Mental Health is there a link, a qualitative case study of 2 patients. The psychologist talked about his patients' poor self-esteem and acute necessity of being integrated and being accepted in the group, and how much that played a role in their past toxic experiences. It is only human nature to desire feeling a part of something, not being alone. But having toxic friendships is not worth the feeling of fake friendship. Now that college students have more freedom to pick and choose the friends that actually bring happiness. In a different vein of friendships impacting your mental health, relationships obviously can do similar things. But because there is a different level of commitment within these types of relationships, they also bring a different level of stress. Do not settle for people who do not have your best interest at heart or do not genuinely care for you. The negative mental health impacts of this far exceed any feelings of loneliness. Drugs and alcohol can have the most severe impact on your mental health. Randox Testing Services states, alcohol and drug abuse is also known to lower the levels of serotonin in the brain to cause changes to an individual's mood, and excessive drinking causes increases in anxiety, stress, and depression. From their study on effects of alcohol and drugs on mental health. It's obvious as to why drugs and alcohol can affect mental health through scientific research, but they also can contribute to avoidance coping mechanisms. By distracting yourself with these things, it is easy to hide and ignore underlying issues. These various vices fall into what a person can control. If someone feels as if their life is out of control, they know one thing that they can have control over, and this brings a sense of satisfaction. So we've talked about how school, friendship, drugs, and alcohol, and all of these things, and how they affect your mental health in various ways. I believe the most important aspect of protecting your mental health is self-awareness. Though being self-aware can be difficult, it isn't always easy holding yourself accountable either, but for your own benefit, you should try your best. Take a step back from things, allow yourself time to process how things affect your mental health and how to go about changing the negative parts. But there are things you cannot control and there are things that you can control, and you must accept the things you cannot control because it is no good to you to anguish over them.